Howdy, it's Sunny but Dummy. I said on my community post that I was not going to make a part two to this video quite yet because, well, the holidays were coming up and I didn't want to bring up a negative topic during the holiday season. So I prepared everything for that video, including the speed paint that you see before you right now. Uh, but then, as I got to writing the script for it, I realized that I had nothing interesting to talk about. Um, so I just spoke as if I was talking to you, my lovely listener, directly. And it sounded really ASMR roleplay POV. I'm your girlfriend and I'm comforting you esque. And I'm not mentally prepared enough to post something like that to the internet, especially when it's completely uncalled for. Like no one asked for this. Um, so here we are. And as I said in the last video, I can go on about my hatred for the art community for days. And here's day 2. Yay! If basically stealing other people's hard work, changing it up a little, being entitled, bullying people wasn't bad enough, it actually only scratches the surface. I hate it here. Now, I need to give credit where credit is due. Most of the points I'm going to bring up are from this lovely commenter. Thank you for unlocking art community memories that I had buried away for my own sanity. This video is going to be covering some less than savory subjects, so if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, or you just aren't currently in the right headspace for it, then I advise you to click off. Viewer discretion is advised, yada yada. I'm going to start with lighter stuff and then make it worse and worse. I feel like I've been rambling for a while, so let's get on with the video.
Tengo ganas de llorar.
The amount of drama and spreading of misinformation in the community goes hand in hand. Most of the time, when you spot drama, you'll see misinformation not too far behind. They're like the Da Vinci twins. Can they be on their own? Yes! But they will mostly be together. The problem isn't just that there are people that make it their job to come up with misinformation, but you also have people, which are mainly kids. I'm talking people that haven't developed completely, that receive this information, they process it, and then they go on spreading it to other people as if it were fact. And when you question them about it, you get one of 4 things. A, they will show you the fake source. You will explain that it's fake or that they misinterpreted the information. And they will admit their mistake and stop spreading that info. This, my dear viewer, is the best case scenario. This rarely happens. More people should be like this. This is an example of what you should do when you stumble upon misinformation. You start spreading that misinformation, and someone calls you out and says, hey, or someone asks you, like, oh, where do you get that information from? This is the example. This is best thing you can do. Do it, please. Then there's B, which is basically the same as A, but when you call them out, they, instead of admitting that they're wrong, taking that information back, and putting out the correct information, they get defensive. They're like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. This is fact. So try not to be like this. It's very annoying. Then you get C, which is that they give you that one line about you having to do your own research. Like, they can say the most outlandish claim. They can say, like, this is an example that has nothing to do with our community, but basically they can say, like, oh, the earth is flat. And you'll be like, what's your source? What's your source? Where'd you find that information? Where did you get it from? And they'll be like, you need to do your own research. I don't have the obligation to educate you on the internet. Like, if you really wanted to know, you would look it up yourself. Which it's very funny coming from a person that is misinformed. But anyways, like if you're gonna tell me to do my own research, then maybe you should take notes from your own book. Like, come on, it's not that hard. And then you have my all-time favorite, option D: crickets, silence, nada. Like Taylor Swift once said, never heard silence quite this loud. Silence really speaks volumes. And do you know what some individuals in our community are really silent about? CP. Look, I don't want to call it CP because it doesn't have like actual living, breathing children behind it, but like it's technically what it is. There's no light way to put this. The community is really fast to deplatform and dox people, but when it comes to people drawing children, it somehow slips by unnoticed. And that's genuinely terrifying. It's so easily accessible too. I remember scrolling through Twitter trying to find some cool Genshin Impact fan art. And I just stumble upon that type of, I don't even want to call it art, but you know what it is. It's from this specific account. I click on the account, block and report it. Then I go and try to see and use my platform to at least try to mass report it or get more people to report it, so that this is less accessible to creepy people. But nothing happened. Does that mean that everyone in the community does this? No. Or at least I genuinely hope not. But it's interesting that the community is real quick to cancel people for whatever reason, but when stuff like this happens, they're nowhere to be found. And I know that there are people that actually take the time and try to stop this, and I'm happy that they exist. But some of those very people have a real tough time seeing the difference between people's art styles and the actual thing. Like, there's this commenter that commented on a specific artist's TikTok saying that they're drawing this type of stuff because the character that they had drawn, which was a self-portrait, was flat-chested. And then the original artist just said, hey, I'm a guy, I don't have boobs. That's why the character's flat-chested. It's not that type of stuff. It's just me in a dress, and I have no boobs. So, it's wasting your time, and you're making yourself look bad. You're making everyone associated with you look bad. Is this a joke? I'm not laughing. You're trying to do a very good thing, I admit that. But then when you start accusing people of drawing this type of stuff when they're not, you're just making the issue seem like it's less of an issue, like it doesn't happen at all, when it really does. So please, learn to differentiate a person's art style and this type of content. Begging. On to my next point. I don't know what's worse, the people that are drawing this stuff or the people that defend them. We have people that are willing to give it their all to defend the people that draw it. Their argument is always the same thing too. It's the whole it's just a drawing. Yeah, it is just a drawing. Thanks for that info, Captain Obvious. I didn't know that. That changes, well, that changes absolutely nothing. it's still depicting what it's depicting. You know damn well that the person drawing that is obviously on some type of watch list. They're not allowed within a 500-mile radius of a kindergarten. So are you really willing to die on that hill? Didn't think so. Stop saying that, oh, it's just a drawing, it's just a drawing. When it's still disgusting. It's nasty. There are people that are enjoying this. There are disgusting people out there. I don't even want to call them people. They're below human that are enjoying this. And you're defending it? And you're trying to paint yourself up as the good guy. Please. Next point. I don't even think I need to mention the racism in the community. And it's not just like, oh, people don't want to draw this, they don't want to draw that, because at the end of the day, people are going to draw what they want. As a Hispanic person, I would prefer that people don't draw Hispanic people instead of drawing xenophobic caricatures of them. That's just personally me. Like, of course, they can learn about our cultures, they can learn about us, and draw from that. But not everyone wants to be educated, which is a problem and an issue for another day. But the racist caricatures that some people on Twitter make, y'all already know why that's wrong. And don't give me the, oh, but caricatures are a valid art form. Yeah, of course, but not the racist caricatures. You're old enough to be able to tell the difference between a normal caricature that has like specific features that are overly exaggerated, and the racist ones. Yeah. I'm honestly so drained from this topic, but I feel like it's important to talk about. Before anyone comments, well, it's not all of us. It's not everyone in the art community. Come on. No shit. No shit, it's not all of you. But I've seen enough people doing these types of things to make that generalization. If it was only one or two people, it wouldn't be fine. But people wouldn't associate the art community with all of these negative things. But it's enough people. Let's say that it's a small amount of people. It's a small group, but they're very loud and they're making everyone else look bad. So how about you tackle that issue and get to work on that? Try to better yourself. If you're a listener and you're thinking, well, I'm not doing any of these things, I'm in the clear. Yes, congratulations. You're a decent human being. You're my hero. For real, for real. If you ever see something like this, please don't just passively look on. If you can't do something, do it. I know that you aren't responsible for other people's actions, but it would be nice if you could do something like, I don't know, tell people off a little. You see someone drawing something obviously not good, you should tell them off. Or report them. Easiest thing you can do, report an account. You don't even have to interact with them. Block and report, continue on with your day. You're decent, you did your part. You're doing good. I don't even know how to end this video, but stay safe out there and don't be a stranger. Peace!